Right, very quickly, as you can see, one of the gentlemen here, obviously, I believe he uses this as an anti-aircraft gun. It shoots goose and drones, all right, especially for it. But you can see it's a bit of a giant beast, isn't it? It's a bit of a giant beast, look at that. Okay, two things with this. Firstly, what happens with a semi-automatic is it's got a giant receiver piece here. It ejects and recycles. What it tends to do is it tends to push your hand too far forward. Now, when you're shooting some semi-automatics, there are one or two makers, particularly very popular here in America. What they do is they create, and please forgive the expression, but it's a bastardised fit. As we've said before, if your hand's too far forward, it makes your stock too long. So what do? They actually make a shorter stock than what it should be. But what do they do then to compensate for the comb is they bend it. So do be aware that with some semi-automatics, when you buy them, the comb or the stock is not going to be as long, but they increase, they bend the comb, they drop the comb. So although your face is up here further, obviously they drop the comb. So do be aware of that. There are lots of different guns out there, but the semi-auto will push your hand quite a long way in front of that forend. The stock here, okay, even though this gun is basically like a small anti-aircraft gun, it fits me. Okay, it fits me. But look where my front hand is relative to where I am and compared to where it would have been on that over and under. So again, things to look out for, but remember, certain semi-automatics, a number of manufacturers, to compensate for this large receiver, they have generally a shorter stock than what you would generally have, but they compensate for the comb height by bending it. Okay? It's very important to look out for. One thing that I've found is very common, and again, it's something which has been lost in, if you like, the mists of time. Now, someone gave me this gun, and I'm very appreciative, but they didn't do a very good job on putting these bits on. But hey, but one of the things I want to point it out to you is, can you see how that toe comes down to quite a sharp point? Can you see that? Quite a sharp point. That's a very, very old-fashioned design for a gun. Now, many of you that have got field guns, traditional field guns, mainly made by Central European gun makers, and certainly some American ones, they have this very pointed toe on the stock. And people say, what's that on there then? Well, it's tradition. It's the way we've always made it. Okay. Let me point this out. That actually has got quite a sharp curve on there. It comes to a pointed toe. If I'm going to put the gun in the shoulder, please forgive me, it's a bit short, but I'm going to put the gun in my shoulder, and I want you to try and see where the curve of that butt plate fits me. Watch this. I'm going to put the gun here. I'm going to lower that. Can you see where it now rolls over my shoulder very comfortably when the gun is vertical? Now watch happens to the point of the stock here, the toe, as I lower the gun. Now, I hope you can see it, but now I'm coming down to about 45 degrees off the vertical. Can you see where it's gone? Where's that toe gone? Oh, and now, of course, as you can see, the toe digs further and further and further and further into my soft tissue. Not only is it becoming uncomfortable, but it now accentuates the cast and it's pushing the gun away from my face. So if you have a gun, a field gun particularly, that has a very lovely curve to the butt plate and a very pointed toe, this is what it was designed for. It was designed to shoot birds driven at you, coming at you. So you can shoot it from 45 degrees to the vertical. Look, fits perfectly. But once I go down here and I get to the parallel, oh, that's digging in. And of course it will push the gun off. So for those of you that are already watching this video that are upland hunters and walked up hunters, go to the cabinet, check your gun, because if you've got pointed toe, get the chisels out and round it off. It's a traditional design, and you ask people why they're on it, they wouldn't know.